and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Madani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the delicious Tony O.
Morning, boys. I am feeling really delicious this morning. Yeah.
Tasty weekend of football.
All right, what a week.
How does
what
it feel?
a week.
How does it really feel, Tony?
Unbelievable. Buzzing. To all your Richard Keys and your freaking Andy Grays and Gary Nevilles and Jamie Carragher's, yeah, there will be none of that shit on this pod. No celebration, policing. Fuck all of you. Arsenal are here. And, yeah, we're happy. So, you know.
And
if you want to be sad, be sad. Yeah. We're going to choose to be happy. And Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Yep. In the semi-final. I mean, yeah. What a weekend.
Can we trade places, man? Can we trade for a little bit?
Hey. South Africa's in the semis. South Africa's in the semis. Yeah, you can hold on to that.
They beat my wonderful boys from Cape Verde.
Mm-hmm.
So sad.
My
boy Bebe.
What a shootout, by the way. What a shootout. 2-1 on penalties is nuts, yeah.
Yeah, we will get to the AFCON, but let's kick it off with Arsenal 3, Liverpool 1.
Yeah.
Tony, just, should I just leave for a bit?
I mean, you could if you want.
I know what's going to happen now is you're going to talk for 5 minutes straight and I'm not going to say a word.
I could, I'll behave, I won't.
Hey, you don't have to behave. I will be watching.
I mean, I don't think this game was that different from the FA Cup game, to be honest. I think we were a bit more defensively solid, other than a brain fart moment from Saliba. But, yeah, I think it was something like 3.5 on XG to 0.4. Which is...
I'm astonished that Liverpool managed 0.4 because I can't remember them having a single shot on target.
Yeah,
they had a flurry at the start of the second half, right? Like,
were any of them on target though? Like none of them felt like very threatening.
Just
like
the
only chance I can remember is, other than the fantastically comical own goal.
Yeah.
Which was immediately upstaged at the other end, but we'll get to that in a second. But the only chance I can remember is beautiful, smooth-brained, sweet boy Darwin Nunez coming on and just smashing one into Rosette.
He is won me over.
10 yards out.
I'm a fan of
Darwin Nunez. I'm in love. He's the one Liverpool player that I have no notes about. Nothing bad to say. I just like watching him play.
His little chuckle with Gabriel after, it's just like, yeah. No, Diaz had a couple of shots from the left-hand side. One which went straight into Raya's arms, and another one that he flashed wide. McAllister, I think, had one from distance. Like, Liverpool, they didn't create much. And it felt like it was just going to be one of those frustrating games where we shoot ourselves in the foot. But thankfully, between Van Dijk and Alisson, they managed to gift us a goal. It's funny because when Saliba makes that mistake in the first half, I'm thinking to myself, this is why you still have Van Dijk ahead of Saliba. He has the experience, the know-how in games like this to see it out. All the narratives just spinning in my head. I'm like, Saliba still has some minor things to tune out to be above that level, and then Van Dijk goes and does that. I think it's more on Alisson, to be honest. But,
I was going to see your thoughts on that, because Van Dijk does do what he sort of wanted to do. He wanted to block him and then have Alisson come in and clean it. And Alisson just mistimes it or something.
Martinelli gives Van Dijk a little bit of a push, just enough that it's not considered a foul, but enough that what Alisson should do is sweep it to the side, right? But he wants to clear it upfield. And then Van Dijk gets in his way. I think he ends up kicking Van Dijk instead.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's very funny. They both look like absolute just wonderful, just nonsense Sunday League level stuff at both ends of the field.
And then they combined for the third goal as well. Trossard's effort came up Van Dijk and right through the legs of Alisson. I think that one's more unlucky than anything else. But no, honestly, forget the result for a minute. I know Arteta has not been everywhere. Like, the style we're playing this season, for a lot of people, it's not been as enjoyable. But for me, I love the structure that he's given the team. Like the first goal, if you watch it from back to front, the only blemish on the goal, it's like a 20 passing move from Raya. Everyone touches the ball. It's just Havertz, small detail at the end. He's got pillows for feet in the box, man. Not in a good way.
He had a pretty solid game.
I think he had a great game outside the box.
And there's just the occasional thing you do where you're like, Havertz.
Well,
but I think he's the one who drew both the yellows from Konate, right?
He was the one. Yes, he was the one that drew both yellows. He was a nuisance. I mean, I've not seen.
Almost drew a penalty, right?
Yeah.
Almost.
50-50 on that one. I think it could be a foul. It doesn't have to be a penalty. Outside the box is a foul every day, I think.
Yeah.
But, Havertz is
okay.
He shows you what it would be nice to have as a striker.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that one-on-one, zero confidence he was going to score. Just zero. I'm looking at Saka. I'm like, can he pass to Saka? Because he's not going to finish.
You had to be like, Saka's like, I need to be around this as well.
And a good presence of mind.
You brought up Arteta, and I'd like to speak on something that Arteta said before the game. He straight up said that Zinchenko and Ben White were wife sharing.
Yeah.
And I would like, is this the new kind of I know, swapping fullbacks is all the rage, but swapping fullbacks' wives might be a bit much. Is this a common thing? Tony, you are an Arsenal fan. Is this a thing?
This is a new innovation. I can say Mrs. White and Mrs. Zinchenko must have had a really, really great week and a really, really great weekend afterwards. Yeah,
taking team bonding
just
to
a
the next
full-on
level.
orgy at the back every time.
I don't judge. To each their own. If they're happy, everything's consensual. It's great. Yeah.
Hey, it's getting results on the pitch, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I'm assuming it's just what will I call it? A man.
No.
No.
Okay. No, Tony. No, we will be leaving the wife sharing FC, man.
Okay.
Hey,
this is why he wants have you noticed almost all our players are married now? It's just like one after the other. They're getting everyone married. Everyone signed up.
Another body for the orgy. That's all it is.
What is this new coaching strategy that Ted has got set up here? This is crazy.
Encourage orgies. Get the libido up.
Get every
swap those
inch.
wives
Well,
around.
I actually can understand that he wants everyone settled, so they're not going out clubbing like Rashford every week and spending a lot of money. That's what he wants.
Hey man, Rashford scored right after doing that. The man is clearly powered by tequila.
Yeah.
People are built different. Yeah.
There is a Casamigos sponsorship waiting for him.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what this result means. We've been in Man City this season. We've been in Liverpool this season. I don't know. Can we take it all the way? We'll see. It's just Haaland is back. De Bruyne is back. I don't know, man.
Hey, but the nice thing is, City don't play until today. Since we're recording this Monday morning, so you can enjoy it for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna enjoy it no matter what. City will probably be first after. I think they'll be first, right?
They have two games in hand. So
no, but if they win their next game,
they move up to second if they win today, and then their other game in hand they win that their first.
So basically, Tony, all you've done is just given City the chance to go outright first. So
all we've done is reeled in Liverpool. You can only, you can only do.
You can only win your games.
Yeah.
City will do what they do.
Exactly. But the good thing, if we handle the season properly, we've had our blip mid-season, not at the end. You don't want to have your blip at the end of the season, which would really suck, which is what we did last year. So, yeah, we'll see. It's better to peak late than early. So, yeah.
Speaking quickly on the Liverpool side, where do they go from this? Because this was, I think, one of the most flat performances I've seen out of them this season. Now, obviously, part of that is down to Arsenal, but they would have been expecting to, if not win the game, at least perform a hell of a lot better than they did. Because the moment they went 2-1 down, there was no point where I thought that they were going to come back.
Yeah, I think Liverpool, they don't have the midfield for that level of game this season. right? Because what they've done a lot is they've either pinned teams back and then just crashed the box like crazy with... I mean, we saw Nunez in midweek. He didn't even score. The guy had like 11 shots. Who did they play midweek? Can't remember now.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I remember.
Of course. Yeah, it just destroyed Chelsea.
I don't know if that was specifically... You specifically said that to cause...
I did not, but it was perfect.
He genuinely forgot, and I don't blame him.
It's fucking drive-by.
Yeah. But the moment you make it a midfield battle for them, they don't... We've played them 3 times. I've never felt that under threat by them, unlike last season, right? Like, I don't know. I personally don't think they can win it, but... Well, they would... No. I don't think they will win it. They, of course, have a chance. Like, Anfield's going to be crazy till the end of the season with their "you will never walk alone" nonsense with club out. But I think his focus will eventually shift to winning the Cups and the Europa League. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, but...
Makes sense. I mean, It would have been nice. I think it would have been nice. I know Nunez had a bit of a foot injury, which is part of the reason why he didn't start.
Shooting too much.
Someone I was talking to yesterday brought up how after one FIFA update, there was like glitches where like the posts were moving and growing and decreasing, and all I could think of was this is what Darwin Nunez sees in his head whenever he shoots.
Yeah,
they're constantly moving. But let's move on. Tommy, my sincerest apologies. You've got a 1,000-yard stare going, my friend.
Jesus.
But it's about to get a whole lot worse. Yeah. Chelsea 2, Wolves 4. Oh, Pochettino's lemons are not working anymore, man. The vibes are bad.
Yeah. I mean, guys, I told you that before I recorded. I'm tired, man. Yeah, it's I don't know how much more energy I got to tackle this and deal with this. I can't give it my all anymore, boys. You know.
Incidentally, you have now moved away from 10th and are now on page 2. You are 11th. Yeah.
Tony, to have to.
Hey, you know what? That just means they're going to win their next game. They got to end up.
Does it? Does it? I don't know, man. Like.
Yeah.
They got
trying to make him feel better.
They got battered by Wolves, man. Battered by Wolves.
They saw the red jerseys and they were like, "Damn, like this is not good."
Fuck Liverpool! Liverpool for the second time in a week. What did we do?
And what sucks is that, I mean, I don't want to say we started well. We scored first. I'm not gonna say we started well.
No, you didn't start well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it was a nice goal because he had actually a nice pass. Palmer, good finish, and. Yeah, you know what? I've seen a lot of Caicedo so far. I've never seen someone. He gave the ball away so much in midfield. I've never seen someone like, for example, if I lose the ball in a game, I'm gonna track my ass off to get back. Right? You're gonna try to win the ball back. This guy is the laziest tracking back player I've ever seen in my life. He loses it, he just jogs.
It's so weird, man. He was the complete opposite at Brighton. It's got to be culture related. I want to ask about, and I mean this sincerely, right? I know it won't seem like it because I've been on his case for a while now. Enzo Fernandez. Yes, I have to ask because you sold, and I remember you sold Jorginho, right, to us, and you were celebrating when you sold it to us. And he has been great for us. Yeah. He was man of the match against Liverpool. He was close to man of the match against City. Is Enzo a 6 or an 8? And is he good at either position? Like, genuinely, what do you think of this guy?
Here's my genuine thing. I think Pochettino is ruined this guy, basically not playing him where he's playing him higher up the pitch. The guy is definitely a 6, for sure. He should be playing.
Is he a good 6? Like, what's he good at?
He was decent last season, I thought. He played more in that role. He was deeper. He started the ball a bit more. Now, you watch him. Tell me this. What kind of style of play does Chelsea have?
Yeah.
To Cole Palmer.
Nothing. No, maybe a chance here. We have no style of play. Pochettino's been at the club for, 6 months now? You cannot tell me that we play a certain way. We don't. I
think you do. I do think I think your football is a bit dated. I think we're just realizing that the game is past Poch by, which is crazy. But it feels to me anyway. Like,
you know what's crazy, Tony? His stats with Graham Potter, who was
I saw
it's
it.
like identical. You know what I mean? It's like we've pretty much gone nowhere. It's the same thing.
And it's a different group of players.
It's a different group of players.
You need to bring back Frankie Lampard, is what I'm hearing. Bring him back, Tommy.
You know,
Caicedo, Enzo, and Gallagher is not a terrible midfield.
It's not a terrible midfield.
Like, it's not a lot of creativity there, but you shouldn't be getting...
On paper, that should be a solid midfield, right?
Yeah. Every game we are overrun. We are bypassed midfield. Every single game. None of our play goes to our midfield. It's always, hey, fullbacks, maybe give to the wingers, and that's it. You look at like the passing patterns when you know it shows graphs. Midfield from center backs to midfield, there are no passing patterns. There's no lines. They just don't do it, and I don't get why. Maybe he doesn't trust them. I don't know, but for me, like I've seen no progress in this squad for the amount of time Pochettino's been here. It's not like
imagine spending about like 220 million on two midfielders and then not giving them the ball.
Yeah, it's baffling. It's honestly like his tactics like have to be questioned because whatever, it's not working, man. Yeah.
Is it a double pivot or is it a single pivot with two in front?
I can't tell you, man, because I don't know. I honestly, yeah. For me,
because it looks like Gallagher's playing like a pressing 10 with Enzo and Caicedo behind them.
What it shows in the game is it's Caicedo that is kind of dropping back like a single, and Enzo and Gallagher are really high, right? But it doesn't work. Anyhow, I'm definitely Pochettino. Like, get this loser out of here, man. Like, the guy, his Spurs mentality has seeped into this club. We're just a bunch of losers.
No, but I mean, I'm always there to clown on Spurs, but I mean, his Spurs team were competitive. They were bottle jobs. Your Chelsea, like, they ran you guys.
We give up. Yeah.
They ran you guys like crazy. Like, Cunha had a field day, right? I think he changed the system a bit to have Cunha. I mean, Cunha drops deep anyway. But he was, I mean, he scored a hat-trick. I think he might have, how many goals does he have? 9, 10 this season?
He's approaching double figures for sure.
He's a player that I think a lot of clubs will be interested in in the summer as like a false 9 kind of player. But I just felt like, I look at the team and it looked like you were recruiting a lot of athletes. Caicedo, Disasi, Malo Gusto, Nkunku. I mean, you had Gallagher back. I can't believe how passive you guys are, man. Like, the one player who's making a difference is Cole Palmer. He's like the least athletic of all.
He's not like busting his butt on the pitch, box to box. And thank God for him that he could finish. And, been a bright spot in the team. But no, I agree. There's no fight. Like, we were down, and you just know, like, this team is not coming back. Like, Thiago Silva is one.
Just look at Thiago Silva
and Petrovic.
He's so mad.
Petrovic, yeah.
He was screaming at Caicedo and Enzo. Because they kept losing it in dangerous areas, and like you said, not tracking back. But I don't think Poch makes it to 2025. Honestly, I'd be surprised if he's there next summer.
I mean, I'm checking the feed right now, just hoping he's gone right now. He announced on the pod, but you know what? Fuck it, bring Mourinho back. Just burn the whole place down, man. Let's go.
Honestly, do it. I would love to see him back in the Prem, just not at my
club. He can't work with this group, man. He'd kill all of them.
He can't. That's what I want, Tony. Yeah. That's what I want. I want him to kill everyone.
All right. It's not even 8 in the morning, and Tommy is advocating murder. That's where we're at with Chelsea.
Yeah, best to move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on. Man United 3, West Ham 0. That was nice. It's nice. Hojlund, 4 goals in 4 games. 4 consecutive Premier League games, I should say. 5 and 6 in all competitions. He looks like he's finally turned a corner. Really, really nice work for the first goal.
Wait, hold on. What was that celebration that he did?
He was playing the guitar with his leg. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I did not get it.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
are you about to celebration police this, Tony?
It did not look good.
No, he can say. I was literally about to say he can do what he wants at this point. He hasn't had a lot of cause to celebrate for a while, so he's out of practice. The more he celebrates,
Tony's giving the old.
Anyone playing the guitar? Look, celebration police right here. All right, Richard Keys.
Tony's giving the old Madison. I love that chip there. He hasn't scored enough goals.
He hasn't scored enough goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let him practice, man. He'll get it right in the end. Yeah.
I thought that was a very fun celebration.
His celebrations with Garnacho. His celebrations with Garnacho were better. Yeah.
That was
good. Yeah. I agreed.
It was. He basically just took Kudus' celebration because Kudus did that against us when West Ham beat us in December, I think, and did it right back, and I very much enjoyed that.
Isn't that a
very nice picture?
Isn't that a Cristiano celebration?
I know that it could be a Cristiano one as well.
Yeah.
Considering it was Garnacho's goal, entirely possible.
Well, like the one where
in my memory, I've just seen Kudus do it against us.
Okay.
So,
wait, the one where he sat on the
advertising.
And was it him, Mainu,
and Hojlund.
Yeah, that's your future. You take a picture.
By the way, I love that boy,
man.
A
very nice picture.
Hojlund, he is. No, not Hojlund. Shit. Mainu. Jesus, that goal in midweek was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. Good Lord. How you guys won that game, I cannot
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I was livid. Like after we threw away that 3-1 lead, I was foaming at the mouth. I was
You could see it. You could see it coming as well. Like, and then Mainu just steps
absolutely.
up and nice little nutmeg little Thiago shift, Thiago Alcantara shift, and then places it. Brilliant. 18, by the way, your best player. 18 years old from your academy. This game, I watched the game after. I didn't watch it live. West Ham actually battered you guys a little bit. Like not battered in terms of chances. I don't think they had that many clear-cut chances. But
they had the 2 clear-cut chances, which were both off Maguire mistakes.
Oh yes, but they kept falling to Emerson. That was the problem.
One fell to Emerson and he fucked it. The other one fell to Bowen and Dalot came in with just an unreal sliding block.
Yeah,
those are the 2 big chances that I remember for them.
There was another one that Emerson had, but that was at 2 or 3-0. It was already late at that point. Yeah, but it still looks like you can't dominate games.
No, we cannot.
Just lean into what you are, man, and be a counter-attacking team. I don't see the points in trying.
We look fucking lethal when we do it.
Yeah, I mean Rashford was a bit passive in this one. But we've already spoken about his...
I'm just saying, like, Garnacho playing on the right wing, keep him there. Like, he's doing good work out there. Like, it's nice to have a threat down that side.
Martinez, he came off injured, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, Soufal basically fell on the outside of his knee and just bent it in a... It looks bad.
Yeah,
we don't have the exact, like, results or anything yet, but it looks nasty. Like, and it sucks because he's been back for 4 games from his, like, foot issue, and then just a freak accident like that happens, and let's see how long he's out for. But the initial reaction from the player and then from Ten Hag in the presser was it's not good.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's just amazing you guys kept a clean sheet in this game, given that West Ham had
like 22. They had 22 shots, man. I think United had what 15? Let me see. 12. United had 12 shots. West Ham had 22 shots, but they had 3 on target. That shows
That's the thing. They were a lot of their shots were from like range.
Yeah, they had some from set pieces. I remember Onana making a good save in the first half.
Speaking of West Ham, Calvin Phillips
Oh
is
my God.
shocking.
Oh my God.
He's played 2 games for them, and he's turned the ball over for 2 goals.
He's having the Caicedo start. Remember the start Caicedo had when
right.
he first joined Chelsea?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. And he gave up on that one in the second, like against United. After he gave it away, he doesn't even sprint back. The one against, I don't remember when West Ham even played. Maybe.
It was against Bournemouth.
Against Bournemouth, yeah.
It was a pass back that he just played in Solanke for. So there was no tracking back to do.
No, but it's just, I don't understand what he was trying to do in that. Yeah.
No one does.
Yeah. But
Yeah, not enough game time and this is what happens, man.
he's not proving Pep wrong with that start.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Former Leeds and City player fucking up. Hate to see that. But we'll take it. Hey, 3-0. Relatively comfortable win. Just have to take 2 goals from Garnacho as well.
United up to 6 now. You guys just find a way to survive.
With our negative 1 goal difference, baby.
Yeah,
we are
just
here.
find a way.
We are
Still
here.
negative? Oh my
Yeah. Come on now.
Wow. The next team on negative goal difference is Chelsea.
So, negative 1 as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But rightfully
Look,
so.
there are 2 ways to get a negative 1 difference. We're just more efficient with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's move on. Newcastle 4, Luton 4. Just an absolutely batshit game, this one. I can't remember. I think Newcastle took the lead, Luton equalised.
Yeah.
Luton took the lead, Newcastle equalised. And then Luton went 4-2 up. Newcastle pulled it back. Just bedlam at St. James Park.
Yeah, the goal by Trippier, really well timed. A great ball by Bruno Guimaraes with a little Travella to get that ball in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really enjoying the Luton experience this season. We started the season by saying it doesn't look like any of the championship teams or the teams that came up have anything about them. But I think it's clear that Luton have quite a bit about them. They've built a team they've built a proper team. There's no, maybe just the one standout individual in Ross Barkley. I think he's in a shout for being in the team of the season. I don't think they will vote that way, but he's had a really great season. But yeah, I mean, Elijah Adebayo's on 9 goals now for the season, which is crazy. Yeah, they're just a lot of fun to watch, man. They're a throwback team. They don't pretend to do anything fancy. It's get the ball up the field as quickly as possible and just crash the box. It's great. I hope they stay up. I
mean, they've also done a great job of making Kenilworth Road a really hard place to go and play. Like their like home performances have been outstanding, and that makes this game against Newcastle even better because Newcastle are good at home too, and Luton have gone away and scored 4 goals. Sure, they didn't win in the end, but a draw away to Newcastle is a very credible result for them.
Sambi's had a bit of a remontada as well. He's come back from injury because he started the season, I think, with 2 or 3 months out. He's come back and he's been really good in midfield beside Ross Barkley. I mean, they slapped Brighton 4-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
4-1 or 4-0.
2 goals.
4-1.
I think it was 4-1 in the end.
Yeah.
They scored 2 goals in
the
first
2 minutes?
2 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's like nice to see like Ted Mengi.
Right, he's having
a lot of good playing time. He was one guy that I wanted United to keep giving a chance to, but he had injury issues, and then he fell off a little bit after that. So I was happy that he got a move to another Premier League team, and he's getting playing time.
He was always one of those that you weren't sure if he's a right back or a center back, right? Like he's a quick but small center back. I think he's maybe just 6 foot or 5'11". You're never quite sure.
I was gonna say a boy after my own heart until you said he's 6 foot. Small.
Well, okay, let me see. I may have exaggerated the heights. No, he's 6 foot. But he played a lot at right back, I remember. At center back. You're just wondering if he could break through at United. But yeah, I think it's better to take the move where you're going to play and play a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then work your way back. He's still 21. So
What I love about Luton being, climbing out and getting these results, that relegation battle now, it did not look like this month or two ago. It is tight.
Yeah,
Brentford's in there, Palace is in there, Forest. They're all just like within like couple wins. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. Everton's gone off the boil, and it's just made things much better down there.
Ever since rumors about the second points deduction, which I don't think is going to happen, but
yeah, wow, I don't know what happened to that. Yeah,
I think the players.
There was talk about them and Forest.
Yeah.
Getting it right.
Yeah, them and Forest. I don't know. It just feels like the wind's gone out of the sails for Everton. Is that our segue, or did you have something?
You better believe it. Yeah.
All right, I guess that is our segue. Everton 2, Spurs 2. I'll be talking about wind going out of the sails of Everton. They did come up with a 94th minute equaliser in this one through Jared Branthwaite after Richarlison put Spurs ahead with 2 goals.
Yeah, I tried my best. I tried my best. Yeah. I tried my best. I was like, oh, come on.
You didn't mute yourself.
I couldn't get there in time.
Oh, it sounded like when you squeak a clown's
I know.
nose.
I didn't manage to clap my nose properly, yeah.
Oh, man. I start talking about Spurs and Tony just starts making clown noises. Incredibly unprofessional work.
Perfect timing.
Antonio.
Perfect timing, yeah.
Richarlison, the pigeon man himself. I think he's up to 10, 11 Premier League goals for the
Fucking
season.
hell, man. I need that guy's psychologist's number.
That's not true.
I think he's close to, yeah. He's been on a rich vein of form. I mean, the second goal.
Richarlison.
Charlison, well done. I mean, the first goal I think is a bit of a shinner, but good, fair play to him. The second one, though, is brilliant. Yeah.
The second one's a gorgeous hit.
He's got 10 goals in the league, and I think 1 in the club. So, yeah, he's having a respectable season at the end of the day.
He's stepped up this year.
Well, he stepped up in Son's absence, particularly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yet somehow, I think, were they 2-0? No, it was 1-1, 1 goal, and then they just kept trading blows, right? I don't think Spurs were 2-0 up, yeah. They were shocking in set pieces, talking. Like, absolutely
they
useless.
did not look comfortable.
Yeah, they were useless.
Vicario looks
weak.
Quite weak.
He looks weak.
Pieces.
Yeah, the second one's not his fault. I feel it's Romero's fault. It's a terrible header.
Yeah, he flicks it on.
Yeah. But the first one, I mean, Vicario is asking for a foul. It's like, come on, man, you have to be stronger than that. Yeah.
It's
this is coming on the heels of the loss to City in the Cup as well, where Vicario wasn't strong enough on the set piece.
It's a similar one to that, yeah.
But it's a good point for Everton. I mean, they've drawn the last 3, so it's not like it's been that awful. They've drawn the last 3 in the league. And
they've stabilized a little bit.
They've stabilized after a couple of losses, but even the losses, it was to City. They lost to Wolves, so that's not great. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Everton will go down. I wonder if it's gonna be Forest. I don't know. I've just not been impressed when I've watched them, but yeah, we'll see.
Forest do look like they're getting. They are sucked in there, right?
They don't score a lot, and
the relegation zone.
They don't score a lot, and they concede a ton. Like, they have 20. I'm looking at the table here. Luton, at least, they look like they can score goals, right? Like, Everton, they don't score often, but they don't concede. The combination with Forest is not good. 41 conceded, 28 scored, and they've played more than the teams around them. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But
I mean, one team that definitely looks like they're going down is Sheffield United. They got slapped, like eviscerated 5-0 by Aston Villa. Villa scored 3 goals in the first 20 minutes, 4 in the first 30, and you could see like the stadium emptied. It was bad. Like, these people were like, we're not even going to stick around to boo the lot of you at halftime. We're gone. Like, it was that bad. And meanwhile, Chris Wilder in midweek is upset by an assistant referee eating a sandwich. Goes into the referee room and is like, your assistant referee's eating a sandwich while I'm here. He should show more respect. to a Premier
Was
League
it?
manager.
It was a fourth official, right? That was eating the sandwich.
Yeah, it was like it was one of the assistants or the fourth official just eating his post game sandwich, like having a meal in the referee room.
Do we know what sandwich it was? Do we know?
Yeah, what ingredients
Maybe
really
something
set
in
Chris
that really
Wilder
offended
off.
him. You know, if he mixed salami with, I don't know what could have been really offensive. I don't know. Yeah. His
quotes after the game were nuts. So he basically goes in the press conference and says, a referee that's a good mate of mine told me that for the rest of the season, just watch, you're not going to get anything. Now, I want to assume, first of all, that is a former ref and not a current ref, right? But yeah. I'm as anti-ref as anybody at this point. Anti-EPL refs as anybody. But you can't say that. That's just, I don't know, man. It's a bit nuts.
Imagine if Arteta said that.
Oh, man. He'd be done.
My God.
He'd be done. Like, you can't go into a press conference and say,
Arteta would be lynched at the PGMOL office.
He'd be stoned. He'd be stoned, man. I get it. You're 20th and you're trying to cry about something. But to go in there and say a referee told me you're not going to get anything for the rest of the season, it's a bit mad. But, yeah. No coverage on it. No one cares.
But if Wilder wasn't complaining about people, like, eating a fucking sandwich. It's not like the guy broke out an entire roast dinner and stuff. He's eating a fucking sandwich while you're talking to his boss. Leave him alone.
Yeah. I don't remember him being this much of a complainer last time around. Yeah.
Yeah, because Sheffield United were decent the last time they were in the Prem. Like, they had that season where they finished, like, 7th, 8th, something like that.
Yeah, but, I mean, come on. You can't just flip like that. He's not even been there that long. It's been, 6 weeks? He's already complaining about stuff. It's a bit mad, but, yeah.
Easy to complain when you only have 10 points, right? Minus 40 goal difference.
Still a chance they break the record. Still a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't happen.
I don't know, man. Those 2 wins are working against them.
Yeah. Still a chance.
Let's move on to the third of the newly promoted teams. Burnley drew 2-2 with Fulham. They came back from 2-0 down at home to draw with Fulham. Good result.
Fulham are useless,
considering they were
defensively.
But
useless.
To me, Chelsea apparently got rid of their best striker in January. David Datro Fofana scored both the goals in his home debut for Burnley. He's on loan there for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
You love to
should
see
have sent
it.
Nicholas Jackson over instead.
Well, we shipped Broha to Fulham. We shipped Fofana to Burnley. We kind of keep one striker. You can't send them all away. So.
Well, I was saying keep Fofana, send Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for the guy. You know what I mean? It was great to see. The second goal was a bit lucky, but I mean, it was still like celebrate with the fans, which is nice, and they got a point out of it. So
he's got a solid reputation, man. Datro. He's got a really solid reputation as a very promising player. He's not been given much of a chance at Chelsea, I don't think.
He's given no chance. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember last season he got a bit of a run out as a sub.
He got a couple of games. Yeah. Was he on loan for the first half of the season?
He was. They recalled him.
Germany, I believe, right?
He was. He wasn't playing. Well, yeah, he wasn't really playing there. He was playing as a sub a lot of the time. That's why Chelsea recalled him. He only had 1 goal there, so it's hard to really. Yeah, but maybe the Premier League suits him. We'll see. I don't know. But it's a great start. He came off the bench and made a difference. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Burnley could definitely use some goals. I believe they are the second lowest scoring team in the league.
What, behind Sheffield United?
Yeah, of course. Sheffield United have scored the fewest and conceded the most. So, if Chris Wilder wants to complain about something, maybe complain about that instead of fucking sandwiches. But, Burnley are still 7 points off.
Oh, they're not getting out of there. It's going to be them.
It looks, yeah. But they need to start, getting points at home is the start of making an effort to get out of there, even if it does look like a pretty long road back at this point. Let's move on. Brighton 4, Crystal Palace 1. Always good to see Jordan Ayew lose a game of football, isn't it, boys?
Brighton are like this season, man. Just up and down, up and down. You don't know what to expect with them. Get slapped by Brighton, slap Newcastle.
Lose 4-1, win 4-1, net 0.
Yeah. They got slapped by Luton, right? Midweek.
They did.
And then they go and they do the same thing to Palace, and they do it in style. You know what I mean? Like that goal that between Welbeck and Pedro, like beauty, absolute beauty. Nice back heel pass.
Yeah,
that guy Welbs, man. That guy Welbs.
The old M23 derby, as Uzi hates to call it. Yeah, it's I don't know. Palace themselves are not in a great place. I think there's
the atmosphere around Palace is. I mean,
I think they're safe personally.
They're 5 points ahead of Everton. They're going win loss. They're not safe,
but I don't think they're going to go
in
down.
danger yet.
Yeah.
There's.
Iberici
the atmosphere around that club is so toxic right now.
Yeah.
You have the fans protesting against the board, the fans protesting against Hodgson. The way Hodgson mishandled Olise in this game was awful. Olise, I think, had a hamstring issue, was not cleared. Hodgson even said before he's likely not cleared to really play in this game. They're down 3-0 at half, I want to say. Brings him on.
And then he has to go off.
Does his hamstring in 10 minutes.
It's not great. That's the kind of thing. He's leaving.
That's bad.
He's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that makes a player say, fuck this. Yeah. To be honest, I've been saying it. The two of them, Iberici and Olise, need to get out of there. Eze and Olise, they need to get out of there.
Eze didn't play, right?
He was out for this game.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Your two best players pretty much don't play. You're done.
Without those two,
the problem with Palace is there is nothing else. Like, who else is going to step up when those two are out?
Jordan
Ayew had a
Jordan Ayew's going to step up. That's why this club is in trouble.
Yeah. Who scored their goal? Mateta?
I think it was Mateta.
Oh, it was a beauty header. Sure. It was a beauty near post.
Oh, yeah. He was beyond the near post, and it was a great header. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a club, I'll be honest, I think they need relegation to go and just start again.
Find a new identity in the championship.
Yeah. Come back. Because right now, I'm just like, what's the point of Crystal Palace? It's just... Their existence is
they take up a spot between 12th and 14th.
They've taken Southampton's place as that team that just, drifts, has been drifting in the league for a while and is eventually going to get dragged further and further down. So
yeah, but at least Southampton provide like a lot of like talent. You know what I mean?
We're talking about Olise and Eze as talent.
Olise and Eze would any top 4 team would gladly pick them up, I think.
United picked up Wan-Bissaka, Zaha. They've produced players. Mark Gay is not terrible. It's just...
Yeah, but he's from Chelsea.
Joachim Anderson could be useful somewhere as well.
Yeah, he's a good player. Joachim Anderson, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, the only other game that happened this week, we're not going to talk in depth about. Bournemouth drew 1-1 with Forest. There was a nice goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi in this one. A particularly nasty challenge from Philip Billing, raking the Achilles of Hudson-Odoi, actually, to get himself sent off. A good decision that the ref spotted in real time.
Yeah, because it didn't look like a red, like in real time.
Yeah,
right?
it looked like just a trip, and then
you see the replay.
You're like, no, that's actually quite nasty.
Yeah.
But we do have Brentford versus City today, gentlemen. Some quick predictions.
4-0, 5-0.
Are we all just saying City? Yeah.
City, yeah.
Who's at home?
City to win.
Who's at home?
Brentford are at home.
Okay, so 3-0. 3-0, yeah.
More acceptable. Yeah, I'm going.
I'll give Brentford a goal. 4-1. 4-1.
Ivan Toney free kick. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Ivan Toney do some bullshit. Maybe Neil Maupay will get another goal. Maybe he'll copy an early.
Neil Maupay doesn't score against City. He doesn't score against City, but yeah.
Let's do a quick check-in with AFCON.
All
We're at the semi-final stage. Tony, Nigeria, they're here.
We playing South Africa, I think.
South Africa, yeah.
I told you boys, man, we're playing tournament-winning football. Senegal, I think last time we spoke, they were still in it, and I said they're playing the best football, but they're playing the kind of football that can see them get upset. And Ivory Coast actually...
And look at that, they are quite upset now.
Yeah, Ivory Coast, they played a really good game against them. I think Ivory Coast, I don't know how they're still here. This is it's just
amazing that they're still here.
Host vibes, man.
In charge?
They're still technically Sojourner. I mean, there is a caretaker manager.
There's a caretaker there somewhere.
Yeah.
No. In my head and in my heart, Sojourner is running this team on vibes alone.
Like they in this in the game, did they have a man sent? I'm trying to remember.
They did have a man sent off around the 40th minute,
and somehow they managed to get a last minute equalizer. It's just I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
They played the entire second half, a man down, went a goal down midway through the second half, equalised in the 90th minute, scored the winner in the last
It was
minute
Adingra, right?
extra time.
Adingra was the one that scored. Yeah.
Adingra got the equaliser.
Yeah. It was a really...
Diakate,
two really nice goals. Diakate's back flick. I think Sekou Fofana was involved in both. He's been great for them.
I mean, Diakate also got himself sent off.
With the celebration so stupid, they just pick up one. It takes his shirt off.
Banned for the semi-final now. Like,
takes his shirt off in celebration.
Mali got a red card at the end. It was all kicking. It was
man,
wonderful.
I thought that ref was going to get beaten up, man. The way he rushed the ref, I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't do this. Thankfully, he managed to calm himself at the end. I don't even know what they're complaining about. Like, what, that it wasn't a free kick? There was so much to do before they conceded from that free kick. Yeah. I don't know. Cote d'Ivoire are somehow still here. They'll make the final. And from
they
there...
They play DR Congo. Dr. Congo, as some know them as. But
they're going to vibes their way to the final, I think. And from there, it's anything goes.
It is slightly surprising to me that... With the sheer volume of upsets we've had in this tournament, we might end up at the Nigeria-Ivory Coast final, which is two traditional heavyweights.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Ivory Coast is they have maybe the best midfield in the league, in the tournament. You look at it, they have Sekou Fofana, they have what's the boy? They have Sekou Fofana, Kessie, and Sangare, Ibrahim Sangare, which is a really solid and well balanced midfield. It's just their forwards are a bit of a basket case. But I'm surprised Adingra has not been playing more because he's a really good player. And his profile is going to shoot up after that goal. But Super Eagles...
He's at Brighton, right?
Yeah, he's at Brighton. He's been doing really well.
Of course he is.
He's been doing really well at Brighton. Super Eagles, I mean, I just love the fact that they keep the blood pressure low. No frills football.
Defensively, just so solid.
They're three at the back. We started this tournament playing with two at the back. And then we dropped... I can't remember the dude's name now, but we brought in Bassi. We brought Bassi in, took out a midfielder, made it three at the back. And I don't think have we conceded since? I'm not sure we've conceded.
Beat Angola 1-0. What did you do the round
Cameroon
before?
2-0. Yeah.
What did they do before that?
Guinea-Bissau, yeah, you guys haven't conceded.
I don't think we... Oh, no, we conceded... Yeah, we haven't conceded since. Yeah, exactly. So, that's what you want. Keep the ball out of the net and just let your forwards win you the game. So, I mean, look, we still need to get past South Africa. We should be beating South Africa, but you never know in this AFCON. But if we can do our job... we get to the final, and then it's anything goes. You just hope the vibes aren't enough to get Ivory Coast to win. But I've been impressed with Osimhen, even though he hasn't scored as many. I think he has one, but he's a chaos
dominated the air.
Dominated the air.
Going up for anything in the air must be terrifying for defenders.
If I'm a center back and I have the ball, I am stressed with Osimhen there because he will chase everything down. You're passing that ball away. He's probably kicking your ankles afterwards, and then he's chasing the keeper, and then he's chasing the other center back. Like, he is a force of nature up front. And Lookman has really come alive since he's got 3 goals in the tournament now. So, yeah. Everyone's playing well except Sanusi, who I don't know what he's doing. But, yeah. Everyone's had a really solid performance. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both semifinals are on Wednesday, for those interested in watching. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I hope I can watch the
final.
final.
Very excited for it.
I hope I can watch the final. I'm going to be coaching in Montreal next weekend. I'm going to have to find a way to sneak that in. But,
yeah, you may not have to worry about it depending on
fuck off. It's true. I guess this is a 4-4-2 derby of sorts. Tommy's adopted nation, Mr. Blackfoot himself. Yeah.
No, I'm happy to see you happy. So I do hope Nigeria get through. Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Just you wait. The moment South Africa, if South Africa go 1-0 up, group chat's gonna be lining up with Tommy.
The vuvuzelas will start coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like that one Arabic commentator who started singing Waka Waka Cape Verde's penalty shootout.
What a shootout, man. Like, 6 penalties missed in that shootout is nuts. No one. I mean, 4 saves from the South Africa keeper is crazy. 4 penalty saves. It's mental, man.
I mean, we haven't even spoken about the whose coach was it that was getting fucking baptized after the game?
It was Mali. It was Mali's coach.
It was Mali's coach. Yeah.
It
was pouring water.
When they conceded that goal, yeah.
This tournament has been just wonderful for the GIF economy online.
Yeah.
Like that the coach getting water poured on him will be going into my regular rotation.
Yeah. It's been a great tournament, like in terms of entertainment, but also standard of football
it's been wonderful.
And officiating.
Wonderful. It's been so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
The VAR in AFCON is so much better than in the Prem.
Yeah.
Get these guys in charge.
You're actually getting predictable outcomes when the refs are going to look at the monitor. It's like they see it, they just make a decision, it makes sense. Whereas in Prem, okay, it's this, so it's going to be this. It's nuts. But
then you have to take into account who's sitting in like the VAR booth and be like, but it could be this. If fucking Paul Tierney's up there or something.
Exactly.
But let's quickly hop across to the Asia Cup because there's been some mad results there as well. South Korea knocking out Australia very, very late on.
Great Sun.
Great Sun.
Kick, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Late in
Iran knocking out Japan.
That's
the
big
most
upset.
egregious thing. The most egregious thing has been during the end of our last pod. We noted that Iraq were beating Jordan 2-1, and it was going into like extra time. We're like, this is great, good on Iraq. They're gonna win. Jordan's little run comes to an end, and then we immediately jinxed Iraq, who went on to concede twice in added time.
Yep.
And now Jordan are in the semifinals because they beat Tajikistan as well.
Yeah.
So
shout out Sanad.
That's an unreal run that they're on, Jordan.
Yeah.
But they have South Korea next.
Yeah, Japan crashed out, as you said, to Iran, which is a big upset. Japan have not been great at this tournament, which is surprising.
No, they've looked shaky the entire way through.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy to have Tomiyasu back. Zinchenko's kind of injured, so yeah. But it's Jordan, South Korea, Iran, Qatar. It's just funny. Every time I see a Qatar goal scorer, he's got a Brazilian name. Just like,
hey man,
just going on a massive
that little
drive.
Program that they had like 8 years ago to get a bunch of foreign players paying dividends. They are the defending Asian champions.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow! Okay, didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah, they've gone on a massive recruitment drive, Qatar.
Yeah. I see Lucas Mendes. Okay, I see. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Your classic Qatari name, Lucas Mendes.
Yeah.
But no, that should be good as well. These games are happening. Jordan, South Korea is tomorrow at 10 a.m. for those interested. Iran versus Qatar, Wednesday at 10 a.m. And I'm just saying, with that Iran-Qatar game Wednesday at 10 a.m., that leads perfectly into the first AFCON semi-final at noon. Yeah. You could have an entire day of football to get you through work. Yeah. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying.
I was going to say.
It's an option.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. What you do with that information is your decision.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that was just about now that I've told people not to do their jobs, that's everything we had to cover today. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, thanks guys for having me on. Appreciate it.
You are not a guest here, man. What do you mean? Oh my god.
Thanks for having us.
You
have to be here.
I told you, I'm running out of energy.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm doing the clock.
Special guest Tommy Sondy. We're gonna start advertising you on these things. We're like, hey, guess who we managed to get in this week?
Yeah. Oh
with how Chelsea's going, it might be more and more difficult to get a hold of you.
It could be, yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah, good stuff. Enjoyed the chat as always. Yep.
If you got a Chelsea fan in your life, give them a hug.
Yeah, they need it.
They're suffering.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.